community boards, and so if we start with the report of the Akaroa Wairewa Community Board, are we able to Skype Pam in? Oh my goodness!
I am sitting at the table. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How amazing!
Oh well, that's amazing.
And what's the snow like? I wish you could show us outside.
Oh, well, no, I won't show you outside. I still have a little bit of snow at my front door. There is a snow shower that's gone through. We've had a lot of rain with it, and of course the snow's melted. But the best advice for anybody at this time of the year is stay at home.
Excellent.
Don't make the City Council spend money to open our roads, and let's just stay home and use Skype.
Gosh, you should be the NZTA safety announcement person, but there you go. Look, perhaps we could move to your community board report. We've got the report of the 6th of May.
There's just one issue that I really wanted to raise this morning, and that was the issue of cemeteries. It's on page 5. We didn't bring it up in our long-term plan, but it's once again been brought up by our community, a number of members in our community, including our clergy, in that we've got no space other than prepaid plots and second interments left in Akaroa, and that's in all of the cemeteries that have been identified in the cemeteries master plan. We did some time ago ask for a review of the cemetery master's plan. It was adopted in 2013, and a reply that we had, it was not due for review. But we would like the council to look seriously at what we could do for Akaroa. We're quite happy to get together as a community and find a solution that would be appropriate to allow our members of our community to continue to rest where they want to, and that's Akaroa. They don't want to go to devotionals, they don't want to go to Wainui. You want to rest where you choose to want to be.
Is there I can't remember the exact details of this, because wasn't there some discussion about some land that was potentially available to expand the existing cemetery?
Look, I'm not sure, Leanne, about that. I haven't sat down and investigated that properly, but we're just asking, could we pursue the matter further? I think we were aware that there may not have been any more land that was appropriate for a cemetery, but there may be ways that we could perhaps look at a wall that's put in somewhere, tidy up the cemetery, remove some of the old vegetation that is a bit scruffy, and just look at the best way of providing an area for further burials.
Okay, I'll invite Jane Parfitt to say something.
Hello, Pam. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Push your button.
No, it's all right. I'm happy to get a staff member to talk directly to Pam and just take this forward.
Did you hear that, Pam?
Yes, Jane said that she was going to get the ball rolling, I think.
She said that she would get a staff member to make contact with you to discuss this further. So,
right.
But at least that gives us a basis for proceeding. And that enables us to, enables you to explore what the possibilities are. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Glenn?
Thank you. If I could just ask a question, how critical is this? Because most interments today actually are in fact cremations. They far outweigh burials, so I'm not sure how critical this is. But I understand.
No, it is critical. It continues to be critical for Akaroa. We have not that I'm aware of any special area for ashes, and that certainly people are still requesting burials.
Thanks, Pam.
But if there was a wall for ashes, that would provide some significant increase of capacity.
Yes, it would indeed, and maybe we need to, as a community, look at ways that we might be able to do that.
Okay, that's good. All right, is there anything else in your report that you'd like to highlight?
No, look, there's always interesting things, but in the essence of this new technology, we'll leave it at that. But could I just thank the City Council for taking an interest in us over the last few days. Our roading contractors have been absolutely superb in keeping in contact with us as to what was happening. And yeah, we are two parts of the city, because yesterday I spoke to the city and you were bathed in sunshine, and yet
Yes.
we were having snow showers continuing to come through. So look, we do appreciate the support that we're given as a community while we're in these situations. But if we just stayed at home and waited for things to thaw, there would be a lot less cost on all of us, including the council, on having to keep the roads open.
Thank you very much. And I was going to note too that I went to the launch of Fiona Farrell's book the other day at the university bookshop, The Villa at the Edge of the Empire, I think it's called, but stunning book. But I ran into a number of people who are very happy about the decision on the activity management plan around the Akaroa Museum. Really happy people. So, it was really good feedback. Excellent. Yanni.
Sorry, I just was looking up the cemeteries master plan, and it did say that there'd be a joint conservation plan for all three of the Akaroa cemeteries, and also that there is land available next to the Anglican cemetery, although it's heavily vegetated. So I just wanted to check, is that work, are you aware of any of that work happening, or that extra capacity being made?
No, none of that has happened. And I think further down in our notes there, we may have said something that we're be involved in prioritising activities included in the master plan. The conservation plan is about more about heritage and looking after those cemeteries in that sort of vein, rather than having plots and areas available.
Right, but in terms of the Anglican cemetery, it's got extra capacity if needed, and is there an issue with that?
Well, we'd need to look at that and explore that idea.
Okay.
That may be what I was thinking of, because I know that during the LTP process there was an issue raised about the potential for additional land utilising existing space. So, I didn't realise it was the Anglican Church's land, but there may be some sort of arrangement that we could come to.
Land or the actual, but the cemetery is called the Anglican cemetery, so it may be the church land. But there's also the dissenters and the Catholic one. They're all next to each other. So
I just love those separate cemeteries. Isn't that cool? The history. But anyway,
well,
all
of
right.
These cemeteries go back to the 1860s, 1863, 1873.
Yeah.
So they were all very early cemeteries.
Yeah, well, there were two cemeteries in Littleton. I used to live below one of them, and it was just amazing going and exploring the headstones and, seeing the history. I mean, there's so much history in headstones, isn't there? Anyway, so Andrew would like to move that the report be received, and David would like to second that motion. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. There you go. That saved you 3 hours in a car.